Welcome back, gamers, to another episode of the Slow Runcast. I'm your host, the Iraqi Balboa, joined by my friend and co-host, Durwin Luke, or as we prefer to call him here, the Darwin.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on, my man?
Not much. Pretty light week.
Yeah. So I usually say we have a great show for you, but I don't think we do, man. It was a rough week. Like, there wasn't really a lot of games news, and there wasn't really any big releases. So it's been pretty tough to try and kind of string up some news for you guys this week, but we'll try our best. However, there's something that I usually don't like reporting on, because I'm just like, whatever. If this is something persistent, I'll bring it up, but well, I guess I'm jumping to the chase. But I don't like reporting on rumors because, sometimes they come and go and nothing really comes to fruition, and sometimes I'd rather just wait till see what the actual news is when it comes out. But because this week was a little bit stretched thin here, I thought I'd include some rumors which seem to be circulating around with the possibility of them actually all happening next week, which if you're listening to this podcast now, on Monday would be the week that you're listening to the podcast. So, Durwin, I'm going to go, way out of left field and start with a quick fire of rumors that are most of them are actually potentially slated for next week. So we'll see if anything comes out of that. Or not just next week, but next month. So we'll see if anything comes out of that. But I just want your 2 cents on them. And then I'll get into the actual news, which isn't as interesting, unfortunately.
What do you say? Fake news episode.
Fake news episode. Okay. The first one is Nate the Hate, quote, is saying, first he tweeted, should be well before that based on what I've heard, but haven't confirmed the date yet. Replying to a couple of people about the next Sony State of Play. Then he responded to himself, since this gained the unexpected attention and traction, I'll share the confirmed date I've heard for the next potential State of Play. April. That is next Thursday, Durwin. That is really soon, especially considering the bombastic State of Play that we had just in February. It seems really, really soon for another State of Play. Of course, the exception is maybe this State of Play does happen and it's a nothing burger. It's just a small, maybe a couple of indie, couple of Japanese devs sort of thing. But just food for thought. We might have a big one next week.
It's crazy. I don't know. But Nate the Hate is pretty spot on, isn't he? For the most part.
Pretty reliable source. Yeah. That's why I brought it up.
So, I'm going to say I believe it.
Yeah, we'll see. That's why I brought it in, because I'm like, this one is really sounds like a big one. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Remake. Announcement planned for next week as well. This is according to Reset Era user Blackbait, which kind of rhymes with Nate the Hate, who said the announcement is currently planned for, what a surprise, April 16th. Same day. You think the two have anything to do with each other?
I don't know. Can we trust Ubisoft?
Yeah, it seems very weird I can't think of the last time Ubisoft showed off their stuff on like a specific platform. Like on an Xbox thing or a PlayStation thing or a Nintendo thing. Unless it's an exclusive for that. Like sometimes some of the Nintendo things will be an exclusive to Nintendo. Like the Mario Rabbids games.
Yeah, I don't know if I really believe this. Hard to say. I mean, you could hear one thing from Ubisoft and it'll be like completely wrong or canceled.
The next week.
The next week, right? So...
Well, Ubisoft did officially confirm the existence of this game recently, because up until when we thought it was going to come out, they never actually confirmed it was happening. So we have confirmation now from them that it's real. This was about a month ago. So I don't know. Stay tuned. April 16, we'll find out. Again, this is called Black Flag Resynced, right? That's the remake title. Mm-hmm. Metro 4, like, Metro Exodus, that franchise. Metro 4 is reportedly going to be revealed next week. That's not the game's title. So they're just calling it Metro 4 now. It's not a confirmed title. And this news came out sometime earlier in the week that the reveal was going to happen next week. And later on in the week, there was a big leak of about 120 gigs of a canceled Metro game and by 4A Games in 2022. that was going to be the actual Metro 4. So it's funny these two things happen at the same time. Rumor that Metro 4 is going to be announced, and then this surfacing up of a bunch of data about a canceled Metro game, which would have been the fourth if it happened. These two games, this announcement that's happening next week is not the bringing back of this canceled game. It's a completely different project.
I don't know. This one is a little bit more iffy. I'm not too familiar with the Metro timeline. Who knows when it's who knows when it's due? I mean, I don't know.
Also,
to have that leak
also seems
could
weird.
Be true.
Also seems weird that this game was seemingly just canned in 2022, and now there's another one. Like, that would have meant the other one got greenlit immediately after. I'm not really sure how that works, but yeah. I'd have to look into the devs of Metro to understand the cycle there. So that's all the rumors for next week. Rumors for the coming month. The Star Fox game, which we talked about last week, how Nate the Hate rumored that for this year, the Nintendo Switch 2's lineup includes a Star Fox game in the summer and a Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake in the fall. This Star Fox game is reportedly, again by Nate the Hate, going to be revealed sometime in April, this month here, which would suggest a Nintendo Direct, even though he didn't say that.
I mean, usually Nintendo Directs, we only know like a few days beforehand. So I feel like this is very, very plausible.
Especially for a summer release. Except, I mean, they could have just waited till Summer Games Fest. Unless it's coming out way sooner, unless it's coming out in like a June.
Yeah. I mean, they haven't even shown off Yoshi that much. And that's the next game coming up, right?
Yeah, they've done a lot of like YouTube advertising for it. They have a lot of little videos on their YouTube page about some gameplay stuff, but like as far as like official,
like direct?
Nintendo Directs, we haven't seen too much of it. I forgot about that Yoshi game, but that's coming out in May, right?
Yeah, I have a feeling the next Nintendo Direct will be about Yoshi. I don't think it's going to be about Fox quite yet, but it is possible
to do both.
Yeah, to do both. But I think usually Nintendo will stick with just the one. And I have a feeling it'll be more like Yoshi.
We shall see, Durwin. Halo Combat Evolved. Set for July 2026. And it is playable from start to finish at the current stage. And just needs some tweaking. The game is content complete. And yeah, it is going to come out July 2026.
I mean, I think we were both speculating last episode, right? It was either going to be Gears of War or potentially Halo being the summer kind of release.
They have to, because otherwise they're eating into their sales. Like the way it's looking right now, you have Halo Combat Evolved, you have Gears of War E-Day, and you have Fable. And you cannot have all of those come out in October. You know what I mean?
So
and on top of that, you have Call of Duty. Like, it would only make sense if you have one of them as a summer game, one of them as a late summer, early fall game, right? And then one of them as, like, a fall season game. And even then, you're still playing too close to GTA. You know what I mean? You're still playing with fire. Halo Combat Evolved, the theory was it would only come out until the anniversary. Is it the 25th anniversary of Xbox? It's the 25th anniversary, right, of Xbox? Of Halo, the original Halo Combat Evolved. So the initial thought was it would come out closer to October, November, come out in November. But because of the GTA situation and because the fact it sounds like Fable's not ready and it has to be pushed back to that fall, then, it looks like they're going to have to like bite the bullet and actually release this thing earlier. Let's move on to another one, Durwin. This one you're not going to like the sound of. But I believe this one. Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis delayed to 2027, February 2027.
I 100% believe this is happening. They were working on 2 consecutive games.
This and then the I can't remember the title for the new one. This one's the remake and then the new one I can't.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Also, I can't remember. Is it Square Enix or no? Not Square Enix. Sorry, is it Crystal Dynamics that keeps laying off people, or is that Eidos Montreal?
Yeah, that's Crystal Dynamics.
Which is like the other thing going on. Like both of those studios don't seem to be doing freaking great. Like the amount of, I think it's Eidos Montreal that's done more layoffs though, not as much.
I think Eidos is the one that's mainly doing the layoffs, but I feel like Crystal Dynamics isn't like, free from all this.
And Crystal Dynamics hasn't really had a solid new game since Marvel's Avengers 2020.
Yeah.
Like since then they've had the Legacy of Kain remasters, the Tomb Raider remasters, and now these two games. But yeah. So February 2027, Durwin. I think it's an okay delay.
Yeah. Now we have to think whether or not the second sequel to that will be delayed.
Will be delayed out of 2027 into 2028, which is my gut feeling as well.
To have two games from the same kind of franchise in 1 year seems very unlikely. So,
yeah.
I mean, and even to have it within a few months of each other seems very, very, I don't know, unlikely.
We'll see. It just seems like they're going to eat their own sales like that. I'm excited for this game, and I know you're even more excited, so we'll see. Last one. Naughty Dog is apparently working on a new Uncharted game.
I'm for it. As long as it doesn't mess up Nathan Drake's perfect ending, I'm for it.
I don't even want Nathan Drake. Give me freaking, what's her name? Give me what's her name again from Lost Legacy.
Chloe.
Obviously, Chloe, yeah. So apparently, Neil Druckmann is working on Intergalactic, but apart from that, he's working on another game. And actually, last week there was rumors of a Last of Us 3 being worked on. And this is, again, like, I usually don't like bringing these up because, like, who the hell cares? Until, like, we get solid news, who the hell cares? Unless it's something really substantial. Well, because there's no real news this week, this is why I'm giving you. So aside from Intergalactic, is a possibility, and this is a social media claim from Alexander N. Gamer, which I don't know how, reliable this person is. They are developing this new Uncharted game alongside Intergalactic. So, we'll see. Feels like a spin-off, but I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, isn't Naughty Dog mainly like a one-game studio? They don't really work on too many things at the same time.
Well, we saw what happened when they tried to work on something else at the same time. Durwin, let's get into the actual news here, shall we?
You missed the rumors for the PS6. But apparently, a rumor has it, for 2027, there are going to be 3 PlayStation hardware announcements. The new PlayStation Portal or handheld, PlayStation regular base, and then a PlayStation like Xbox Series S, basically a light, so to speak.
Yeah.
I don't believe that at all. If you've heard our previous episodes, you know that I have a feeling that all of this is going to get pushed out. There's no shot that Sony's pushing out 3 new pieces of hardware in this environment.
Was it 2027? Is that what you heard? Because when I read that article you sent me, I don't remember reading 2027.
Yeah, it's like 2027, 2028 announcement apparently. Like they give a time frame, and again, I don't believe it.
So I'll add more to your rumor. I heard that Sony is going out to devs and telling them that they would like if they would develop their games to be capable to run using the power save mode on the PS5. And they're saying the reason is this power save mode, if your game could run on this power save mode on the PS5, it can run on this PS6 handheld.
Interesting.
So
or
it's
this
like a
PlayStation Series
Slim.
S or whatever.
Which seems very weird. Why would I buy this thing if it needs to be power save mode? Like, why? That means the PS5 is stronger than it, no?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about them doing a Series S or a Slim or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure about that. And I mean, the handheld seems like it's having, like the Switch 2 version of a PS6, seems like there's substantial rumors around it. Like, I've heard that a few times, so.
Yeah. And then what happens in a few years? Like, we're going to get a PS6 Pro? Like, that's a lot of different hardware combos.
It seems like the big PS6, the big beefy GP PS6 is going to be the Pro, and the other one is going to be like almost the equivalent of a base PS5, maybe just a little bit better. But if the S has the same power as the handheld, it makes no sense. Like, just make the handheld one thing.
Right?
Two.
Like, why bother? But who knows? Can I start with the big one? Rockstar Games has been hacked again.
Yeah. This news was just coming out as I was doing the show notes, so I didn't really have much information about it when I did the show notes yesterday. So I don't know if anything new has actually come out since.
So yesterday, they confirmed that the data breach has actually occurred. It says that we can confirm a limited amount of non-material company info was accessed in connection with a third-party data breach. This incident has no impact on our organization or our players.
Yeah, it seems like they downplayed it, so I don't think they're too worried. It seems like none of the actual game got leaked, or no personal data for employees.
Yeah, so for them to deal with another hack, my God, they definitely.
I mean, I think the game is gonna leak. There's no way. It's too big not to.
I mean,
like the actual
longer
game,
they push it out, right?
I think the actual game will be playable before it actually comes out.
Releases, yeah.
Or some form of it will be playable before it actually releases. But then again, no, because it's not on PC, so I don't. Maybe not then. Maybe not. But I know that probably story stuff is gonna come out. It's gonna be similar to like a Last of Us Part 2. Remember that? Back in the day. Big leak for The Last of Us, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. The Durwin State of Decay 3's 2020 announcement trailer on the Xbox event that happened, I think it was like, it's a long time ago now, but it was COVID. It was around March 2020 where we first saw State of Decay 3 and we were thinking this was going to come out for the Series X any day now. Apparently that was just a game in a Word document. It was just a concept. And this is coming from Undead Labs studio head Philip Holt, who revealed on the Sunny Games podcast that the Xbox showcase in July, I guess I got the date wrong, it was July 2020, was purely designed to announce the game that was coming because there's no game to speak of. This was the trailer that had the famous zombie deer, which they're saying there will be no zombie deer or zombie animals in the game. Yeah, they said it was all pre-rendered. It was just a concept thing. So, I mean, that's that. But I guess I just want to ask you, what do you feel about announcements like this? The famous
just like
Elder Scrolls
fake announcements.
The famous Elder Scrolls 6 like title thing. The one we had from the last Summer Games Fest. What was it? The not Night of the Old Republic. What did they call it?
I can't remember.
The one from the Mass Effect creator. The new big Star Wars KOTOR like, and then we found out like there's no one working on this. It's just him. He just started a studio. It's just a concept.
Is it Fate of the Old Republic?
Fate of the Old Republic, yeah.
Yes.
How do you feel?
Where it was just literally like a silhouette of what kind of looks like Rey or whoever. Yeah, I don't know. I get it. Like, if you want to just like put something out there and have people be excited for, and then you can find someone to finance your game from that, I respect it.
But this is Xbox. You didn't need anyone to finance your game. It was going to get financed. It feels like it was too early.
Is it though? You gotta ask Asha Sharma.
You got a good point. Yeah, weird stuff. So I don't know. It looks like, I mean, it's still been 6 years since that announcement, so I really hope they're further along than that.
Yeah.
I know they're going to alpha test this year. They said they were going to alpha test, I think, in the coming month. So I think State of Decay 3 is a surefire one for this Xbox showcase that we're going to see in July or June. That goes around. So? Yeah, I think so. It's got to be.
All right.
Because that's their big showcase. That's their big hour and a half showcase where they show everything. They're going to show it.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to show it. They're going to show Clockwork Revolution. They're going to show stuff that's not coming out this year, but we need updates for, you know?
Yeah. This also reminds me of how, what's his name? Zack Snyder loves coercing studios to give him money for, like, the Justice League extended director's cut or whatever.
Yeah.
Where he showed that, like, what's it called? That homemade footage of Jared Leto as the Joker, and then from there he basically, what is it? Got another $100 million or something to like finish up Justice League.
Yeah. Maybe to not that extent, but that's what it feels like with the Fate of the Old Republic. Yeah. Anyway, similar to this news story, do you remember Quantic Dream's Star Wars Eclipse?
Yeah, that's that. Is that turn-based one?
Well, it's the one from the Detroit Become Human, Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, or whatever it is. Developer.
That one.
Quantic Dream. Yeah. Revealed in 2021. Do you remember the reveal trailer? It's from the reveal trailer.
I don't remember.
I gotta show you this one. this one was like, I remember watching this and I'm like, holy smokes, I'm down. Even though you can't really tell what the genre of this game is from this revealed trailer, but it was like, yo, this is sick. I remember thinking that at the time. But that was 2021, I believe, Game Awards. And, you know, fast forward to 2026. I think at some point in time, a couple of years ago, we heard, yo, this game is like way off. Don't like expect it anytime soon. And we got like a, I guess, how do I word this? An update as to how actually way off it is. Because, oh my God. Let me see this one over here. Yeah, share this screen over here. Yeah, I don't know if you remember this trailer over here. Yeah, so as part of how way off it actually is, apparently there's concerns that it's not going to hit the finish line. And the reason is, sorry, I should put the volume down here. I'm like trying to talk over the volume, and I can't hear myself. Sorry.
Top right.
Yeah, we need a Jamie, bro. Jamie, pull that up. So, yeah, while you look at this, I'm gonna read exactly what the story is here. Oh my God, man, my mouse today has been. What the? Where's my mouse, dude? Freaking! I don't know what's going on with my laptop. Oh, my laptop's like. It's doing the order wrong of the screen order. I should fix that. That's why I'm like, what the heck? Yeah, so this game is going to be like a Detroit Become Human like. That's the story. Oh shoot, I just tried to share screen and it took it out. But anyway, you get the idea. Yeah, it's supposed to be Detroit Become Human like. Do you remember the trailer at all, Durwin?
Yeah, it does ring a bell.
Yeah, so it's reportedly still years off from completion. And that's fine. The concerning thing is, the source who says this is the same source that says the timeline could be sped up by expanding the development staff. But Quantic Dream's parent company, NetEase, is apparently uneasy about investing more without a clear long-term vision. Quantic Dream launched its first ever free-to-play multiplayer MOBA game earlier this year. I didn't freaking even know about this. Spellcasters Chronicles. They released like a multiplayer MOBA. A free-to-play, because NetEase forced them to, presumably, because that's what NetEase seems to be doing with everyone after the Marvel Rival success. And sources suggest that it could be key to determining what's happening next at the studio, depending on the revenue it's bringing. And buddy, its 24-hour peak was just 73 players, so I don't know how many revenue this game is bringing. So I'm scared. I'm worried for this one, because they're basically saying they're not NetEase is not letting them staff up, because NetEase doesn't want to invest money into this until they see how well their other game does, which makes no sense, because what does their other game even have to do with this, right? It's two completely different genres. Why should the green lighting of this be dependent on how well the other thing goes on? So I don't know, man. Yeah. Star Wars Eclipse, it's not looking good. Yeah, I don't know. 2 games here with some concerns. Let's step away from games that we're not sure about, and let's look at some games that we know about. There was the Triple I Initiative, which is the indie game showcase that happened this week. 45 minutes of back-to-back trailers. It was a long one. It was a hefty one. There were a bunch of games that caught my eye. I am just going to kind of highlight some of the top things. Karen, which came out earlier this year, has a free DLC coming summer 2026. We got a deeper look at Castlevania Belmont's Curse, the upcoming game from, what's their name? Motion Twin or Evil Empire? One of the two. I can't remember which one is the one that worked on. I think it's Evil
Empire, right?
Evil Empire. They both worked on Dead Cells. One of them like made Dead Cells, and the other one was like support on Dead Cells. And then the one that was support on Dead Cells went on and made the Rogue Prince of Persia. And then these guys are making Castlevania Belmont's Curse, but then they're also working on another game called Windblown that's on Early Access in Steam. So anyway, it's a whole thing. Yeah. Again, we got a confirmation it's coming 2026. We got an Undertale Rift of the Necrodancer collab music pack. Thick as Thieves, which was a game I've seen previously. It was supposed to be a PvPvE. They've changed it now to a PvP or a PvE or like a co-op, like a single-player game. It's coming May 20th. Take a look at this one. I believe it is from the creator of the original Thief. I could be wrong. Or it was like someone who worked on I'm trying to, or somebody who worked on like Dishonored, but you could see the Dishonored identity in there. So it looks really cool, coming out May 20th. There's this game called Super Battle Golf, which looks like Friend Slop Golf. Okay, looks really cool, coming later this summer on PS5, Series X, and Switch 2. Take a look at this one, Durwin. It looks like one of those like Friend Slop games, but it's golf, and you could like hit your buddies with a freaking golf cart as you're driving to the next hole and stuff like that.
It doesn't look bad. It looks pretty fun if you're looking for like a quick, party game.
Yeah, for sure. Machine Party is a game that caught my eye, which is from the developer of Buckshot Roulette. I don't know if you played that one on Steam, where you're like, yeah,
where you're where you're playing like Russian roulette with some sort of demon.
Yeah, and then it's like there's variations of the game. They're coming out with a game called Machine Party, which is the same dark, horror, bloody setting of Buckshot Roulette, except it's like a Mario Party. And you're playing these like terrible freaking games.
Yeah, like life or death Saw games, essentially, right?
Exactly. Windrose, which is the big pirate MMO that caught attention from the Steam Next Fest demos. It was one of the most downloaded and played demos. It's heading into early access on April 14. I don't know if you've taken a look at Windrose, Durwin, but it is like the promise that Skull and Bones was supposed to be. That's the vibe I get from that one. So looking forward to see how that one lands. Another interesting one was Dead as Disco. Take a look at this one. Heading out early access May 5th on Steam and Epic Games Store. It looks like Sifu meets Hi-Fi Rush. It's like a Sifu fighter brawler, but there's like a rhythm beat to it. So I'm thinking it's like a Hi-Fi Rush. If you hit the beat at the right time, it like improves the combo. It reminds me kind of that Metal Hellsinger game where that was more like a Doom-like first-person shooter, but it was to the beat of the music. This one is as well to the beat of the music. I'm not sure if it's just background there or if you're actually supposed to press buttons at the beat to like improve your combos. But that one really caught my attention over there.
It's got a lot of color. It almost reminds me of like what's called a Suda 51 game.
It does, and even the art style, Dead as Disco, it looks like Romeo's a Dead Man. It looks like it's the same font.
Yeah, I thought it was that character design too. But
yeah, for sure. Durwin, Warhammer Survivors, which is a Vampire Survivors like in the Warhammer universe, also launching on consoles. This trailer was the confirmation of that. It hasn't come out yet, presumably, but coming to Steam, PS5, XNS, Switch, and Switch 2. I know you're the Vampire Survivor guy, but I don't know. Take a look at that one and see if it catches
I'm looking at it right now. It looks pretty fun. Like, I'm excited.
It looks really, really cool. There's like vehicles and stuff too. Valor Mortis. This was a trailer. I can't remember when we saw this one. Was it at Summer Games Fest? Was it at what's Gamescom? Was it at Game Awards?
No, it was,
I can't remember.
It was Video Game Awards.
Okay. It is from the developer of Ghost Runner and Ghost Runner 2. It takes place in this like zombified post-apocalyptic Renaissance France, like during the Napoleon era.
Yep.
A better look at that one and a confirmation that it's launching fall 2026.
This one looks interesting. I remember seeing it.
Yeah, this one was, I think there was a lot of Steam wish list. It was wish listed a lot after we got this first reveal from it. Another one that caught my attention is, what is this one? I didn't even watch this one. I guess I'm going to finish this off with this one game that really caught my attention. Never Way.
I have this one wish listed on Steam. I
saw
my
God,
come live.
The demo's live on Steam?
Yeah, the demo live.
Oh, I need to try this one. I need to try this one. It looks insane. It looks like a horror, like RPG, pixel art, like top-down, like old-school RPG, but in a horror setting. And the pixel artist is the same pixel artist on Celeste, which is saying a lot for sure. Yeah, but I didn't know there was a demo for this one.
Yeah, I saw the notification pop up on my phone, but I haven't had a chance to download it and play it yet.
I can't remember where I saw this one the first time, but
I think this was also a video game.
Awards or something?
Yeah,
or
I have a feeling.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Never Way. Right now, Steam says it's releasing October 2026, and that's what we saw from this event. So take a look at this one. I mean, the art style, dude, like, it's something else. Did you see this game called The Final Sentence, which is out now? Or Final Sentence?
Not.
It is this, like, multiplayer game where it's a typing game. You're on a typewriter, but presumably the way the game plays is you actually type on your keyboard. And there's, like, a guy who has a gun to your head. And you're supposed to, like, type things correctly, or else you, like, die. But it's like, it's almost like an elimination battle royale where you're doing this against, like, a bunch of other people. And anytime somebody makes a mistake, they get, like, shot and killed. So, like, it brings it down to, like, the last, like, 5 or 10 people, and then the last one-on-one, where you're supposed to type things out and, like, get it right, which I thought was really, really fun to look at. And then finally, they closed it off with Don't Starve Elsewhere. This is the third game in the Don't Starve series coming to Steam, but that's about as much as we saw there. It looks very typical of the Don't Starve series, which I haven't really played much of, but I'm sure people are excited for that. That's what the OG Don't Starve is one of the classic indies from back in the day. So that was the Triple I Initiative Showcase, which really kind of helped make this week a little bit interesting, but we'll move on to the rest of the news stories. Amazon Luna has stopped offering individual games and subscriptions from third-party stores, Durwin.
Yeah,
Thoughts on this
that.
one?
Yeah, honestly, the games that they were offering weren't very good anyways. Like, they had a lot of, like, old games. And honestly, Epic Game Store giveaways are better. So, I mean, I don't think it's a lost
But I
thing.
also heard this means you cannot play games that you own from EA Play, Ubisoft, and GOG stores on Amazon Luna. That's what I'm understanding. It's not just that. So I can't, if I have EA Play, I can't use Amazon Luna. If I have,
you can't use Amazon Luna to stream it or whatever. Yeah, you can't. So you lose, like, the centralized streaming access. I don't know if you can stream on EA Play or anything like that, but that might be an alternative. Maybe they're just going their own way for streaming.
Yeah, I wonder how much users it has, to be honest with you. I know you tried this out earlier this year and you really liked the Amazon Luna as a service, but I don't hear much from it nowadays.
Yeah. Doesn't say right off the bat if EA Play has, like, streaming support. But yeah, I mean, that's a little bit unfortunate.
I don't think it does.
But I guess, like, bandwidth is expensive and it takes quite a bit of RAM to probably support that.
But my understanding is you could still buy those EA games through Amazon Luna. You just can't stream them through EA Play. Is that how it works?
You can't stream them through Luna.
But I don't understand how it works. Like, the way I'm reading this is, if I was subscribed to Ubisoft Connect, or if I owned games on GOG, or if I owned games on the Ubisoft store, or I own games, like, directly from EA, I cannot then stream those games with Luna. So does that mean I could never play an EA or a Ubisoft game on Luna, or does that mean I have to play it a different way if I want to play it on Luna? Like, how does it work?
I think it just stops you from playing on Luna.
But so that means I can't play an EA game on Luna ever? Is that what it is?
Yeah, you can't play it through cloud streaming anymore.
So then what games can I play on Luna?
Probably their own game store ones.
So, like, their own kind of curated, like a Game Pass almost?
Yep. Because they have games that they offer themselves. That's not part of, like, those services.
Okay, it's like a Game Pass. Okay. Okay, well, that's interesting. We'll see where that goes, man. Feels like a Google Stadia situation, to be honest with you. The Switch 2 version of 007 First Light has been delayed until the summer. No exact date. The other versions are still coming out their original date. Do you think this is legit, or do you think this is a Borderlands 4 situation where they just cancel this version? Or they just delayed indefinitely?
I think it's legit.
Okay. So you think we're going to get this eventually? Seems...
I think it's potentially able to come to the Switch 2. They probably have a lot of work to tweak it to get it to run. Yeah. Because, I mean, if it runs Cyberpunk, I don't see why it couldn't run, like, 007.
Yeah. I don't know. And then the whole, like Resident Evil apparently runs pretty fine on it, so we'll see.
Yeah, so I think it's just a matter of tweaking the engine. So that
How do you feel? How do you feel about this 007 game? I feel like I'm the only one who's excited for it. I feel like
I'm
the
still
internet's
excited.
I feel like the internet's talking.
Really? I haven't seen it too much. I think it looks great. I think it looks
Maybe
like
I'm in. It looks like it looks amazing to me. It looks like the freaking Hitman 3 plus Uncharted put together in a nice curated 10 to 15 to 20 hour long freaking third person action adventure game. Like I can't freaking complain. It feels so freaking.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
I'm
it
excited.
looked good from the demo that we saw. It seemed like you can do a lot of things.
Some people apparently,
and
some people don't think it's gonna be good. Some people are like questioning. Like I don't feel that there's that much hype for it. I also feel like the hype for any Pragmata has kind of died. Pragmata's coming out in a week, and I just feel like
I haven't heard too much people saying how they're excited about it. But
I feel like Soros is the more of the three that people seem to be more excited for here.
Yeah, they also put out a longer gameplay trailer this week too, right?
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Or there was people who had hands on, I guess.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm excited for all of them. But I mean, yeah, I can understand why Soros is up there. I really hope it doesn't take away too many sales from Pragmata because it looks like it's...
I mean, frankly, between the three, and this is not like I'm going to buy all three probably, actually, because I actually am excited for all three. I would say my excitement is 007 First Light, Pragmata, Soros, in that order. I feel like I'm the reverse. Like Soros, I just feel like is like this known quantity where I'm like, okay, this is going to be like a Returnal, but maybe a little bit more chill. It's not going to be as like brutal, and yeah, it'll be fun, but that's it. And then like, I don't know. We'll see. What I am not excited for is this PS5 DualSense 007 special controller. Holy smokes, man. Is this one the worst one? This is the worst one Sony's come up with.
We have this discussion every single time they put out a new PS5 controller, and I think this one is pretty close. Like, it's the gold colorway. I don't know how many people actually love the gaudy gold colorway, and then it's like the most minimal effort design. It literally is like you're looking down the barrel of the gun, and then it says 007.
Yeah, like that.
Like, come on, man. At least put the golden gun on the controller. You know, like the OG golden gun look. That looks like a little like lighter with the little barrel sticking out. Like, come on.
Yeah, I'm trying to every official PS5 controller. Let's see. This guy's got a whole freaking thing. I mean, let me share this with you on Reddit. We need to like freaking figure out what the heck is going on here. Every official PS5 controller.
I think the Marathon one is pretty up there for ugliest.
Okay, can you see? I don't know if you can see very well, but we got the OG.
I probably have to zoom in, but yeah, I can see.
OG white one, Midnight Black, Cosmic Red. I have that one. The Starlight Blue, Nova Pink, Galactic Purple. I mean, I wasn't even a fan of those first four colors: the Cosmic Red, Blue, Nova,
they're
Galactic
like
Purple. I didn't really
colors.
Yeah. Then we had the Gray Camouflage. Then they did the whole like the one with the shine. They had the Volcanic Red, the Cobalt Blue, the Sterling Silver, the Chroma Indigo, Chroma Seal, Chroma Pearl. Yeah, I don't think any of these did anything for me. I would have rather had the Volcanic Red over the Cosmic Red, but still, like, those were all mid.
Camouflage is like an
standard
OG color as well, because it was brought over from PS4 more or less.
Yeah. The Midnight Black one, you can't go wrong. They had two Astrobot controllers, remember? They had the Astrobot and the Astrobot Joyful. I think I like those ones.
Those were cute.
I actually tried to buy one of them, but they were like all sold out. I remember.
Yeah, they just had different faces on the touchpad, right?
Yeah. God of War 20th anniversary. That one was a low effort one, dude.
Yep.
The God of War Ragnarok one. I didn't like that one.
I didn't really love it either. They could have done so many different things with like the Leviathan and like Thor's hammer even, right?
Yeah,
or they could have subbed in, you know, spoilers, the spear.
Yeah. The Ghost of Yōtei ones. There's the gold one and there's the black one. I know you didn't like the black one grew on me. I actually bought the black one. Yeah.
No.
It's not. I'm not gonna say it's crazy, but I think it's better than a lot of these other ones. Yeah. Death Stranding 2 on the beach. I don't even freaking remember this one. Like what?
I remember this one. It was better, but it wasn't that much better.
The Last of Us 1.
That one was terrible too.
Mid, huh? Yeah, that one was mid. Helldivers 2.
A little bit better, but not great. I remember this one.
Hogwarts Legacy. I
like this one.
I don't remember the Hogwarts Legacy.
It's got Hogwarts, like the castle grounds in the middle touchpad. And then the sides were like kind of the sparks that kind of fly out of the wands. I like this one.
LeBron James.
Garbage.
That one was all like, that was terrible. Fortnite, same vein, same idea, all the stickers.
Same idea. The Concord one?
The Concord, like, sleeper hit, the Concord one. I don't know what the heck. The controller was better than the game. Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually would buy a Concord controller. I loved it.
They're freaking expensive. Have you seen them on eBay? They are expensive.
Yeah, I bet.
The Spider-Man 2.
I've got 2 of them, so I love them.
The Spider-Man 2 one is hands down the GOAT, in my opinion. The Spider-Man 2...
Better than the 30th anniversary.
I think the Spider-Man 2 one's the nicest one.
Okay.
The 30th anniversary is a close second. So, yeah, the 30th anniversary, that PlayStation 1 gray, solid. Solid stuff. Mm-hmm. The Monster Hunter Wilds one.
I can't remember if I've seen this in real life. I don't think it really stood out to me.
Icon Blue. That was like the Walmart exclusive one, remember?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Alpine Green, Saudi Arabia exclusive.
I've never seen this one in real life, so I don't know how it holds up, but I kind of like the green.
The Genshin
Very
Impact
low
one.
Effort, though.
Yeah,
I really like the Genshin Impact one, too.
You were going to buy it, and then you canceled your pre-order.
Yeah. I'm still on the hunt for it. If it goes on sale, I will probably buy one, but I don't think it's gone on sale ever yet.
Yeah. PlayStation has no limits. I don't even know what this is. PlayStation has no limits 1 and 2. I haven't seen those ones. The Final Fantasy one, which was a Japan exclusive. That one was solid. Came out the same time Final Fantasy 16 came out.
Yes, that one was really nice too.
This is missing the Hyper Pop collection that recently came out.
Yeah, that's like the brand new one.
I like those ones, dude. I'm getting one of those when those go on sale. The Hyper Pop collection, the blue, the red, and the green. Oh, dude, they're freaking fire, bro. They're fire. Get out of here, bro. They're fire. What about the Marathon one is not on this list either.
The Marathon one is also terrible.
Yeah. But it's better than 007 one. Holy smokes, bro. This is
the 007 one is pretty F tier for sure.
For sure, yeah. Yeah. Speaking of Marathon and their controller, we got some news about their development budget. We have a confirmation that it was over 200 million, up to 250, including maintenance costs and upcoming content. This is coming from Paul Tassi from Forbes. Big game budget. I think we already had this conversation.
Yes.
And this concurrent player, 20,000 concurrent players right now. Can this... I mean, they keep reassuring us that this game is going to be around for the long run. Can they even recoup the development cost on this game? 200 mil.
Has their player count been slowly declining, or?
Yeah, but it hasn't completely like fallen off. It's been pretty solid, and the game reviews are starting to come out, and I've heard very good things about it. So the people who do play it really do enjoy it. But it's niche. It just hasn't broken in like Arc Raiders or anything.
Yeah, I have a bad feeling about how big that budget is.
200 million. If we divide it by what was the game selling for? Was it 50 or $40? It was 40.
Yeah, I think so.
That's 5 million copies to recoup the cost. You need to sell at least 2.5 million copies, then plus the microtransactions, let's say 2.5 mil, to make up for it. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like it.
Bad news for Bungie, I think, unless they can really garner a player base that spends like hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
I think they just need to move on to a Destiny 3 at this point. I'm not really sure this one worked out. We'll see. I still actually want to play this game and give it a try. But between this and Ghost of Yōtei Legends, we're going to be like my next multiplayer game. And man, I'm feeling Ghost of Yōtei Legends. So maybe not until I'm done with that, then I'll switch gears. And speaking of Sony, maybe they will delist Marathon one day. But right now, they're delisting a bunch of shovelware from their PlayStation Store. Over 1,000 games. This is not the first time they do a purge. But a bunch of games from a bunch of devs who, or publishers who are notorious for... What's the word called? Shovelware. Yeah, shovelware. Go Game console publisher, VRC Forge Studios, Welding Byte, and Urban Drivers. So those are the big publishers. So games like Urban Driver Simulator, Water Blast Shooter, Wet Gun, Racing Car Chaos, Extreme Stunt Showdown, Supermarket CEO Simulator, and Jesus Simulator have been delisted.
Did you see that game? Jesus Christ.
The I Am Jesus Christ game is different than this one.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, very similar vein.
So this one, you're just Jesus, I guess. Jesus Simulator. I'm not sure. I wonder what the I Am Jesus Christ games reviews are. Interesting, yeah. I hate shovelware. Like, I just wish it didn't freaking exist.
Yeah.
It makes navigating storefronts so hard sometimes. I think some of the platform holders have changed the way search results happen, because before, sometimes some of these games would sell more than like anything else, but they're only like $1 a piece. So they would be like outselling like console copy numbers, like some game you're actually like looking for. So I think they changed it to like overall sales dollars. I can't remember if that was Nintendo or Sony. But
that was Sony recently. Or no, sorry, Nintendo recently that did that.
There was a function on the PlayStation Store that I really, really, really liked. And it was very functional the early days of the PlayStation 5. It was I think it was called Upcoming Games. If you go into the PlayStation Store and you go under Collections, it would have Upcoming Games. And I would say 2020, 2021, maybe 2022. It was a very, very functional, I think, thing for me. I would go in, click on it, take a look at games lists, and then wishlist stuff. After about 22, it's just started to get flooded by like a lot of shovelware games, and all the like important games that I was trying to like keep track of when they would come out, they got like lost in the sauce. You couldn't easily find them anymore. So I hope they delist more.
Yeah.
Even though Jesus Christ Simulator doesn't seem like the most shovelware game of all the shovelware games that are out there. Like, there's some crazy stuff out there.
Yeah, there's some very low effort things for sure that are just there to, gain whatever money that they can.
You know what is not low effort? The amount of work you're going to have to put into if you want to be scanned into Gran Turismo 7. Which Are there people even in Gran Turismo 7, or you just hop in a car? Anyway.
They need to bring back that GT driving experience again, where they make gamers into race car drivers. So that they can make a sequel to Gran Turismo.
So the movie. So PlayStation's letting one player win the chance to be scanned and appeared in GT7 in its new player-based program. Dude, this is like an audition. This is not just like win of the draw. You have to... It's available to North America, South America, Europe, Asia, South Africa, and Australia. This, like, whatever it is, player-based program. But the first thing I guess they're doing it for is GT. So you have to sign in with your PlayStation ID and answer some questions about their experience on PlayStation. So maybe give it a try, Durwin. I don't know what kind of questions they're asking for. Sony will select a limited number of finalists who will take part in video interviews, where they speak more about themselves and their connection to PlayStation. From these video interviews, one applicant will be chosen to appear in GT7 as part of the player base, where they will appear for a limited time as an in-game character portrait. They will be invited to a visual arts studio in LA, where they will spend the day being scanned and also help to design a custom fantasy logo and a vehicle livery, which will be added permanently to the game's showcase menu. I gotta tell Jawad about this. My buddy Jawad, he's a big GT guy, so maybe he'll freaking,
do multiple video interviews in order to get selected. That's insane.
Damn, bro. I don't even have to do multiple interviews to get my job. Oh my God.
This is a shout out to all no-life gamers that have no job.
I mean, I don't even know if I'll be able to convince them to put me in, GT7. Durwin, Epic Games is allegedly about to release an Arc Raiders-like later this year, set in some type of combined Disney universe where there's going to be a bunch of Disney characters. This is coming from Bloomberg. This is why I didn't put this in the rumors section. So Epic Games, obviously, the Fortnite maker, is going to make a extraction shooter like Arc Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
And, we'll see. I mean, Walt Disney, they were talking about Disney buying Epic Games not too long ago. Remember that was last weekend's news?
So this is a big partnership, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder what characters they'll be allowed to put on there, because I can't imagine them allowing like the Disney princesses onto it.
Yeah, why not? It feels like a Fortnite version of Arc Raiders for sure. I mean, the other question is too, who's gonna make this game? The 1,000 developers that Epic Games just laid off? Like, who's making this game? I thought they got no money. I thought they're hurting. They need to rethink strategy. They're stretched thin. Now all of a sudden they want to freaking spend multiple millions of dollars on a new like Arc Raiders like.
Yeah. That's it's gonna be interesting. I mean, like I said, Rapunzel's gonna mow you down, and you'll have to pull her by her hair.
Yeah. Last news story for this week is Slay the Spire 2 beats Crimson Desert and Resident Evil Requiem as March's biggest selling game on Steam. Selling a whopping 5.3 million copies on Steam, followed by Arc Raiders, Crimson Desert, which sold 1.9. Then a game called Climber Animals Together, which is, I think, a friend slop game that I wasn't even aware that it came out. 1.2 million. Resident Evil Requiem at 1.2 million. And 1.2... I just said Resident Evil Requiem at 1.2 million. Requiem million. And then Resident Evil 3 Remake from 2020 sold almost about $1 million. 994,000. Which I'm like, why number 3? Like, of all of them? Like, you usually go from Requiem, you want more Leon, I'll go to 2 Remake or 4 Remake. I think maybe 3 was just on sale on Steam, like they had heavily discounted or something.
And then people were like,
so
I gotta revisit this.
Or play it for the first time. For all the Crimson Desert fans who are not going to watch this, if Durwin, for whatever reason, clips this out, relax. This is only sales on Steam are 1.1 million, 1.9 million. For Crimson Desert, don't come after me and say, no, actually, the dev said they sold 5 million. Yes, they sold on PlayStation and Xbox. That's what the dev's talking about. Because you people are a bunch of freaking psychos. And now I know Durwin's going to clip this out. Freaking insufferable fans, bro. Did I tell you about the Crimson Desert exchange I had on Twitter? There was one guy. You told
me, but you did not tell the audience.
So there's one guy. It was when they announced, because I've been pretty hard on Ghost of Yōtei Legends. So we're following the news, me and my buddy Joad. PlayStation drops a little tweet of the Raids mode coming to Legends. So the Raids mode is now live, right? In the comments, this one dude was like, sorry, but I got a better game to be playing. And he puts like a gif of like Cliff from Crimson Desert. To which I said like, dude, like I got so triggered. I'm not going to lie. I got triggered. Who the cares, dude? Who cares? You're playing such a great game. You're playing Crimson Desert. We're sitting there looking for the Ghost of Yōtei Legends news. This guy's like, guess what? Crimson Desert is the greatest game. You guys are shit for even caring about this news. I'm like, so I literally proceeded to tell him, like, you guys are so insufferable. This game's fans are so insufferable. I like watching how insufferable they are that I'm in the Crimson Desert Reddit, just watching them, like, complain about people not liking things, right? And then I'm like, professional hater. Like, I freaking hate this game now because of these people. I hate this game now because of their freaking fan base, okay? And then, so this guy, I have an exchange with him. He's like, oh, I could tell you never played the game. I'm like, no, I did. He's like, oh, you need the game to handhold you. I'm like, well, I've played a bunch of other games that don't exactly handhold you. So I think that's not the issue there. Anyway, went on. Last thing I hit him with, I'm like, let me click on this guy's Twitter account. I click on his Twitter account. Like, he's like pro-MAGA, pro-Iran war, Trump can do no wrong. But like, that's his whole personality. And I'm just like, oh, so your personality in real life is just as insufferable as your video game personality. Good to know. So anyway, I digress. But yeah, no. Crimson Desert is selling very well. Don't panic. But on Steam, Slay the Spire 2 is blowing it out of the water. Just a thought. So, yeah. And I just wanted to point out the Resident Evil 3 thing, which was really interesting. But that is it for news, stories, / rumors for this week, Durwin. Listen, man, it's been slow release schedule. I mean, I've been busy with life stuff too, so I haven't really had the chance to play too many new things. The reviews for Super Meat Boy 3D and Darwin's Paradox weren't enough for me to push me over the edge to go pick them up right now. So maybe I'll wait for both of them. But I haven't played anything exactly new. Mostly been playing Ghost of Yōtei Legends. Me and my buddy Jawad now are like well into like gold level stuff. We've played all the missions on bronze, silver, and gold difficulty. We've played the survival missions as well on those difficulties, and now we are at the point where we're playing all the survival missions on gold difficulty. We have 2 more to go. Our like weapon level is getting pretty close to that max 110. Our characters are like sitting at rank 18. I think the max rank is 25. We're going to probably do a round of that on Platinum, but we're getting pretty close to the max where we have to go and like, where we could go and play the raids. Dude, the raids. So raid goes live on Thursday. A group of guys. Okay, so this is what Sucker Punch did. They're not letting you matchmake for the raids.
No.
They're not letting you matchmake. They say this is a mandatory 4-person raid. You need to be on comms. Basically, they give you a warning. They're like, you cannot do this with less than 4 people. You need to be on comms. All of you guys need to have like 110 level key on all your weapons. Like, you need to have like practiced and done like nightmare runs of stuff. And you need dedicated amount of time to do this because this is not hop in, hop out. And they're like, we are not letting you matchmake because we do not want people leaving early or having disconnected issues or something when you're playing with a random, or the random doesn't like communicate.
So
or doesn't
have to have a full group.
Because they're basically saying you have to have a full group for the time being because we do not want you guys complaining about this guy pulled out early or whatever. Because this game right now doesn't have a penalization mechanism if you leave a game early. So a veteran team of Ghost of Tsushima Legends players who are all max ranked, freaking were playing on Nightmare mode. They had like all the good stuff. They said the second rank, the first rank took them about half an hour. The first raid took them about half an hour to do. The second raid took them 2 hours and 40 minutes to do. And they had 240 deaths / downs in the process. 2 hours and 40 minutes. Crazy, crazy dedication. So I'm not sure if I'm ever going to see a raid for myself because I only have one buddy. I don't know if they're going to open it up for matchmaking. But it seems like an impossibility. That's the one where you fight at the end, the yokai version of Lord Saito or whatever.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
that sounds rough.
Listen, man, I love Ghost of Yōtei Legends. I'm getting like more out of Ghost of Yōtei thanks to this game mode. It is sweet. It's great. Good time. But that is really all I've been playing. I did. Yeah. Okay. So I got the PS5 Pro, right? So I have now, because I have my old SSD, plus 2 terabytes on this thing. I have like 3 terabytes of stuff on my freaking PS5 Pro. I went in and downloaded like everything. Because the amount of times where it like crosses my mind to play a game or try a game again or, you know, and then it's like, well, I don't have it downloaded. I guess I can't play it. I'm like, no. I'm going to have everything downloaded so if it ever crosses my mind, I could play it. And I also want to check to see what some of these games look like on the PSSR upgrade. So I hopped into one that really doesn't have the PSSR upgrade, but I don't care because I've always been meaning to check it out, and that is Assassin's Creed Mirage from a couple of years ago now. I don't know why I ever missed this game because this was like, you know, Assassin's Creed Return to Form, Return to Altair, Ezio Assassin's Creed, which is like my favorite era of Assassin's Creed. Plus it takes place in Iraq, my country of origin. So I should have played it at the time, right? It was really interesting to me, but I didn't. Anyway, I tried it now. Yeah, it's OG Assassin's Creed, and you can play this game in Arabic language. There's like an Arabic language, what do you call it? Option. Man, it's freaking good. It is good voice acting, and it's not like incorrect grammar or anything like that or whatever. It is actually really well written in Arabic. Like, they translate it not word for word, but they translate the script like properly, how it should be. Yeah, and I was pleasantly surprised. I've never played a video game in Arabic dialogue before, so I played that and I'm like, wow, really, really freaking interesting. And just being in that whole setting, they've like the kind of Abbasid Caliphate Islamic Golden Age setting was really interesting. That's a setting that isn't explored enough. The Caliph at the time, and Mutawakkil al-Abbasi, gets assassinated like 10 minutes into this game, which I thought was interesting. Because I was like, I wonder if you ever get to see the Caliph. And you do, and he gets killed in 10 minutes into the game. So I'm not spoiling anything there. But I'm like, okay, I see where this is going. This is interesting. But yeah, I'm curious to play some more. I was really intrigued by the get-go. I'm not sure it's going to be the greatest game gameplay-wise of all time, but
I'm surprised you didn't hop back into Requiem so that you could see the major improvements.
Yeah, I was gonna. Requiem is one I want to hop into. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is one I downloaded that I want to hop into. Final Fantasy 16. I don't know if Final Fantasy 16 have upgrades, but I know Rebirth does. I want to see what Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill F look like as well, because those ones apparently got major boosts. I mean, I think I already told you Ghost of Yōtei Legends looks incredible on the freaking PS5 Pro, so. Nice. But that's it from me. Nothing. This next week I have replaced in my crosshairs, and later on in the week we have Mouse PI for Hire and Pragmata. Finally, man. So we'll have plenty to talk about next week's episode. Durwin,
nice.
What have you been playing?
I
was well. That's what I thought you were. I was like, well, that's
no. So Pokemon Champions. This wasn't in any of your news stories, but it is like I predicted. It was a terrible game. Lots of issues. People complaining.
Okay, so for the record, it was in the news stories, and then I took it out of the news stories because I'm like, Darwin must have played Pokemon Champions. He'll give us the run through himself.
No, I'm so glad I didn't touch it because I don't have Pokemon Home. So if you don't have Pokemon Home, you're forced to rent these Pokemon. It takes like a bunch of you doing all these objectives to keep those Pokemon. I'm like, listen, man, I'd rather just play or finish playing XD Gale of Darkness. Like, why would I want to play this?
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's 3-on-3 battles. I don't think I've ever done a 3-on-3 battle, to be honest.
How much is it for on the Switch?
Sorry?
How much is it for?
How much is it for? It's a free-to-play game.
It's free to play, okay.
Yeah. There's like a free-to-play battle pass as well, and then a paid battle pass. So there's like 2 tiers of the battle pass system, and yeah, I don't know. I didn't look into it too much, but there was like a lot of game-breaking glitches, or the battle animations don't look that great. Yeah, people are apparently losing their Pokemon that they had in their Pokemon Home. I think it glitches out and it just disappears, and Game Freak and Nintendo have nothing to fix that.
Weird, really?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I saw this coming. Like, it looked terrible compared to Pokopia. So I have been playing a game that you passed on, and that is Darwin's Paradox.
Ah, you got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did get it. I actually really like this game.
For the record, I don't think I've passed on it. I just was really busy this week, and I'm like, okay, this is not like a 9 out of 10 that I have to play right now. I could just wait till...
Yeah. It definitely isn't a 9 out of 10, but I think it's kind of like a fun game.
I'm sure it is.
It's just, yeah, I mean, I'm halfway through the game based on the chapter title and like the whole chapter list. Yeah, I'm halfway through the game, which is about 4 hours. I've died countless amount of times. I do have to say that the checkpoints are very plentiful. So like...
Really? Dude,
yeah.
I felt the checkpoints were brutal on the demo.
I thought they were perfectly fine.
Remember on the State of Play when there was the demo? It was also on Steam. It was on Steam and PS5. I remember, like, dude, I'm like, these checkpoints are brutal. Like, it was taking me back to, like, spots where I'm like, why? Like, this, I've already passed this puzzle. I should be onto this one. Yeah.
I wonder if they fixed it a lot, because I had no issues. I didn't play the trial.
Maybe that was a criticism.
Yeah, and like there was so many checkpoints. Like, yeah, there were some that were a little bit frustrating. I remember this one particular one, like where I just passed, which is kind of like underwater. That one was a little bit brutal and I didn't really like it, but in general, it's like a game of patience. Like all of these obstacles are actually very difficult. It's just the matter of like you taking your time, looking out for the pattern, and then like timing it right. Like it honestly is not a very difficult game. And I just love like the environmental world building.
Yeah.
So yeah, you play as a squid, and I think you're looking for your mom, or you're looking for like some sort of family member. And then the first little bit is like very tutorial like, and you kind of relearn your skills via flashbacks to your mom or your parent or whatever, teaching you how to like shoot your ink and like camouflage, etc., etc. And then from then on, you're just kind of exploring this food production facility that you find out is like an alien facility. And then, you know, you get the little bits and pieces on how they plan on like, you know, taking over the earth, and how like why they have different appearances and stuff like that. I don't know. I loved the story. I thought it was like a little bit wacky. And like it looks great on Unreal Engine 5. And yeah, like I have no real complaints about it, other than like maybe one or two of the obstacles being like just a bit frustrating.
Yeah, you got me excited about it. Maybe I should play it.
Yeah, I mean, for like how much is it on
bucks?
Yeah,
I think
it's like really cheap. Like didn't even think about it when I purchased it. Like I don't know. It's a fun time for $30. Like couldn't go wrong with it at all.
Yeah, I just yeah, no. It was between
if
and like
if you can beat it in like 8 hours, you're set. Like
I don't even
played longer than that.
I think it's shorter than that. How long to beat?
I mean, I died a lot of times because I remember playing like right when you need to pee is like the worst time, because you're just trying to rush this little area until you get to the next checkpoint. And then also like before bed where you're impatient.
You've already played 4 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I mean, you might be playing on handicap mode or something, or you're giving yourself a handicap, or you're playing with one hand, because How Long to Beat says it's 4 hours long, and you're saying you're halfway.
Well, I mean, I'm halfway, but I'm also like kind of looking around everywhere, and I'm not being as patient as I should for the most part. I'm like, oh yeah, let's go. Like whatever, I don't care. So yeah, that's how you know that there's so many checkpoints. It doesn't really matter. I just like, I'll die. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I'll try it again.
Darwin's Paradox. Anyway, maybe this week before Pragmata.
Yeah, I honestly, if you're looking for a quick game, I think it's the one to play.
Yeah, it's like I played Planet of Lana about a month ago too. If you remember that, Planet of Lana 2, Children of the Leaf. That's a similar to like genre. The whole like inside 2D puzzle platforming sort of thing. It's the same vibe. Like if you play Planet of Lana, you'll get the same idea. Anyway, that's it for me. You got anything else, Durwin?
Nope, that is it.
Thanks for joining us, guys, to this episode of the Slow Run Cast. Like you heard, tune in next week. We're gonna talk Pragmata for sure. We're gonna talk maybe Replace. We'll talk maybe PI Mouse for Hire. We haven't really figured that out yet between me and Durwin, but we'll figure it out. And maybe we will confirm some of these rumors from this week. But if you enjoyed what you listened to, please leave us a like, share with your friends, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when the episode drops. Durwin, we're still posting on Spotify and Apple Music, if I'm not mistaken, just no video anymore on Spotify.
Yep, correct.
Okay, because of the what was going on there. Tune in at the Slow Run Cast wherever you get your podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. We are out.
Peace.